Alright, in this video I'm going to walk through the duplicate recessive mode of epistasis using characters and concepts from the movie Ratatouille. In that movie, the motto is anyone can cook, but in our video, the motto is anyone can learn epistasis. So before we get started and I explain the motto, I'll just go through all the players real quick. So we have our regular precursor and our regular intermediate, and their phenotype ends up being regular rat. And then our end product right here is Little Chef, represented by the one and only Remy himself, and he is going to be our end product phenotype. Here, enzymes 1 and enzymes 2 are represented by the sewers to Paris because that's a way they travel in the movie. And then here, sewer 1 is guarded by Chef Gusteau, who says that rats that are homozygous recessive in the A allele are not able to get through, and then harsh food critic Anton Ego, who says rats that are homozygous recessive for the B allele cannot move through this sewer. Alright, so these are the genotypes that we're looking at, and I'm just going to go through the mode real quick. So little a will come here, and it's going to face its first test, but Chef Gusteau says that it cannot come through because it has 2 little a's. So unfortunately, its dream stops there. Here we have big A something, big B something, and this one is able to go through because it's a big A, so it comes over here and makes a little pit stop at the regular intermediate phenotype, and it turns out it has a big B allele, so it gets to come all the way down here and wind up being the Little Chef end product. This one also has a big A, so it's going to go right to the intermediate phenotype, but it's going to stay there because it doesn't have a big B allele. This one, unfortunately, also had its dreams cut short, and it's going to have to stay right here in our regular precursor phenotype because it can't get through sewer 1. So our first cross that we did with this model is big A, big B, crossed with big A, big B, little b. And when we did that, it formed these gametes right here. And when we made those gametes into a Punnett square, it formed this. And when we looked at the phenotypes for that, we found out that it was 9 phenotypically little chefs to 7 phenotypically regular rats, which is consistent with what we would expect for this mode of epistasis. All right. So our next cross was big A, little b, little a, big B, little b. And these were the gametes that it produced. And when we crossed those gametes, we got this Punnett square. And when we looked at that Punnett square, we got 4 little chefs and 12 regular rats phenotypically. But when you boil that down to the simplest numbers, that is 1 phenotypically little chef for 3 regular rats as a phenotype.